Hello, fellow light workers. My name is Jill M. Jackson, and I'm also known as the Mississippi Medium. And I bring my new predictions, channelings, information, and energy every single month on YouTube. So be sure to hit the subscribe button below and follow me for future upcoming channelings and prophecies and prediction. The first thing that I would like to start with for the energetic month of November is regarding the war that's going on in the Middle East. And I'm sure those of you have the same feelings, or many of the same feelings that I do when you become aware of the atrocities that are going on with innocent people. So the first thing I would like to do is offer my prayers and energy sent to those innocent people who are being affected by this war in the Middle East. There are so many layers to this scenario that we could literally talk about this for hours and hours. But if we can look at what's going on, not as a human being, but as a spiritual being, and also look at what's going on psychically to start putting the pieces of the puzzle together, this may help us navigate this scenario in a more highest and best way for everyone involved. Let me explain what I mean by this. Historically, wars are started by those who want more power and control, and they are started for the reasons of greed. No one wins when we continue to have wars. The other thing that I would really encourage you to think about is that when we all join together in unity, we cannot be separated. And if you look at the energy around, divided we fall and united we stand, then this puts so many other things in perspective as well. For instance, if we all join together in an energy of solidarity, instead of continuing to allow the divide to continue. So, for instance, when we speak the words, I stand with a certain country, or I stand with a certain people, that does two things. One, it creates a further divide. And number two, it also does not take into consideration that innocent people on both sides of the scenario who do not condone or even want war to continue. Our words and our thoughts and our emotions are so powerful, and they carry such an impact. And I invite each one of you to join me in saying, I stand for peace. And if we speak these words every single day, it will eventually have a ripple effect around our world. And we can also send energy for those innocent people who were caught in harm's way. But it is up to each one of us to do our parts to say that we will not tolerate any more wars. We will not perpetuate continuing wars for power and greed, because this does not serve anyone. Having said that, psychically, I have sadly seen that this conflict continues to expand. And energetically at this time, it does feel like that this conflict continues to turn more into a world war. And the other psychic information that I have seen is that sadly, I feel like there is a strong percentage possibility that this does come to US soil. I do feel like that there are strong potentials for terrorist attacks to happen on US soil. And I do feel like that the energy surrounding all of this has been perpetuated and is in a type of motion where it feels like that it's continuing to move forward at a momentum that does not seem to be stopping anytime soon. Again, please join me in holding and anchoring the energy of peace for everyone around the world. But at the same time, make sure that you're prepared. Make sure that you have supplies, food, water, anything on hand, that if there's any type of disaster, you are in a place of feeling like you are prepared. I know psychically over the past year, several times I keep hearing from the spirit world and my guides to continue looking up, to continue watching the skies. I feel like there's more things happening with solar flares, with the sun. I've seen things along those lines. So just be aware, and also be aware of the energy that you put yourself in every day, and make sure that even paying attention to alternative media, make sure that that is serving your highest and best good, because we are energetic beings and we are affected by things that we listen to and that we watch. And it's really important to come into balance with that. Yes, it's important to be aware of what's going on in the world, but at the same time, it's important that we don't give our energy to negative things nonstop every day. The other thing that my guides helped me channel about when this conflict escalated in the Middle East, and I was really going through a lot of sadness and grief witnessing what was happening. And I went into a channeling, and my guide said to me that it does not serve anyone if we light workers allow our energy to be depleted and lowered. That they understood as humans that these were normal emotions that we had to experience anger and shock and sadness and grief over what we are witnessing. However, they kept saying over and over how important it is for light workers to stay in a place of balance and to keep our own vibrational fields high, so that when we do send out the energy of peace, that we are sending this energy out from the fifth dimensional frequency. Okay, so let's all keep doing our parts with that. The other prediction that I would like to talk about for November is regarding the Vatican and the Pope and the recent statements that were made regarding women not being allowed to serve in the capacity of a priest or anything like that within the Vatican, within the Catholic religion. And this goes along with a prophecy that I've had for quite a few years now, that organized religion is going to continue to be depleted. More and more people are going to be opening up to alternative religions, spirituality, more of the Unitarian, these type of spiritual studies still connected to creator source, God, mother, father, God, whatever your term is, studying and worshiping and being with like-minded people. I see that continuing to expand. But the dogma of many of the organized religions, and specifically Catholicism, with the Vatican making statements such as women not being able to serve in a capacity that their hearts are wanting them to serve in, this is further division. And this is as far as you can get from unity and from equality. So my prediction is this statement that was made will continue to unravel the Catholic Church. There will be more and more secrets revealed and exposed that the Vatican has been involved in. So be aware of what's coming around that. And again, it's important for us to stay balanced and be able to worship and join together with those of like mind from a place of unity. Okay. And that is my prayer and my mantra going forward as well. The other thing that I would like to talk about is so many people are wondering what's going on with the 2024 United States presidential election. And I don't want to spend a lot of time on politics. Politics can also be very divisive. It's been designed to be divisive, but I will tell you some predictions that I've had regarding this. Two things right off the top is my prediction is that Biden or Trump will be involved or be on the ballot closer to the time of the general election. I'm not talking right now about the elections that are happening in the spring that will determine who ends up on the tickets for the general election. But for the general election, psychically and energetically, as things stand right now, I do not see energy around Biden or Trump, either one. And what I would say to Robert Kennedy is be very careful. I have picked up some energy of potential harm there, and I want to just go on record saying that I'm sending the energy of protection for Kennedy. And also with Marianne Williamson, her message of peace and unity, and she is anchored in spirituality. I would encourage that to continue. That is more of the energy of the new earth. As it stands psychically right now, I don't feel like that she is the one that's on the general election either. However, I do applaud her for her message of peace. DeSantis is not lighting up. I feel like he sizzles out quickly. He also stands in a very divisive way. And the energy right now around Nikki Haley is lighting up. I do feel like that there is some momentum created around her. Again, these are not my personal views as someone who will be voting. This is what I'm seeing energetically and psychically right now. So part of what we learn as a professional psychic is to be able to separate our own personal views and to be able to look at a person or a scenario psychically and energetically and report on what we're seeing and separating our own personal views on the situation. So that's pretty much all I would like to say right now with the election. I do feel like someone else comes in to the scenario early 2024. It feels like kind of a wild card, if you would. I am being shown that something, a new person's energy kind of comes in. I'm not sure how that works, but I am seeing that possibility and that potential. The other thing is I have seen a potential for a train derailment, and I continue to send energy that this timeline shifts and that doesn't occur. If you are going to be traveling by rail, especially in the next month or two, tune in intuitively, see how you feel using your own intuition, whether it's safe for you. And if you feel like it is, by all means, continue forward. But if you tune in and you feel any kind of unease around it, I would just recommend using an alternative form of transportation for that. Again, timelines and predictions can always shift, and help me in sending the energy that this will not play out. The other, some really positive predictions that I have is regarding alternative health. For those of you who are holistic practitioners, whether that be massage therapists, holistic health coaches, life coaches, psychics, mediums, astrologers, tarot readers, energy healers, any capacity where we are using alternative healthcare, I see that expanding. And especially going into 2024, I really see more and more people being open to stepping outside of the box and being open to other forms of their health, herbs, vitamins, energy work, so many different avenues. I see that continuing to expand, even with the false narratives coming around the mainstream media. Do not pay attention to what you're hearing on the mainstream media. Most of it is false narrative, and most of it is created for the purpose of disinformation and for the purpose of causing fear and chaos. So I would invite you not to tune in to the mainstream media any longer, and to also use discernment even around alternative media that you are being exposed to. Let me see if I, oh, yes. Galactic beings and aliens. Disclosure will continue. Again, use your own discernment. The Galactics have been working with us for quite a long time. I had my first experience as a small child, and the galactic realms predominantly are here to help us, and to help us not destroy our planet. One thing that I've channeled recently is that the Council of Worlds has come together, and even though the spiritual law of free will means that they cannot interfere with much of what is going on our planet, they can interfere with nuclear, because nuclear explosions not only harm and destroy our planet Earth, there is a destruction that goes out into the cosmos, and it affects other planets and other beings as well. So they are able to step in and help us prevent this. They have done it in the past. Robert Salas, an amazing person and friend of mine from Ojai, California, has testified in front of Congress about this. But the Galactics have shut down our nuclear plants in the past to let us know that they do have that capability to do so if needed. So that actually brought me some sense of relief, knowing that we have some people that are leading our, the different nations that, to me, do not think or make rational decisions. And I was really happy when they channeled this information to me recently, that they would intervene in the effect of a nuclear situation. So let's continue to all send energy along those lines, that will not be necessary, and that we will continue putting forth and holding and anchoring the energy of peace. The other thing that I want to remind you is be sure to anchor your energy into Mother Earth. It's important that we stay grounded more than ever, and to come up with a practice where we do stay grounded. She loves helping and supporting light workers on our journey. And also, let's continue to find our tribes. Let's continue to join together in unity and know that we are each doing our part in the creation of the new earth. And I'm really excited for things that I've been shown regarding this. I am sending you so much love. I'm sending you virtual hugs and an energy of peace. Please join with me in speaking I stand with peace every single day. And let's do our part to hold our each individual energy in the frequency of light. And let's join together in unity as well, in continuing to shine our light and knowing that the darkness cannot hide any longer, that they are being exposed. Be sure to follow me on my Facebook page, which is Psychic Medium Jill M. Jackson. I'm on Instagram. Be sure to subscribe here on YouTube. And then I do have a free newsletter that I send out every month. Be sure to go to Jill M. Jackson and sign up for my newsletter as well. I'm sending you so much love. Until next time, please comment below and let me know what you thought of the predictions and what you are doing yourself to help us propel forward the energy of peace. Much love. Namaste.